Okay, welcome back to 1320 Time Stream for the Oracle section. So we're just going to quickly bring up all the app Oracle descriptions. Got our Galactic Seed, our Galactic Eagle, our Galactic Star, our Galactic Wizard, and our Rhythmic Earth. Starting with our Helping Power, because we've already covered the seed very extensively. Here, I really like how it's kind of a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday we got to see, because of the resonant night, guided by the power of vision, we got to see in the guiding power of the day, the resonant eagle energy. I find it's really nice to have this little bit of continuosity as the eagle kind of, clockwise jumps down into the helping power area and also goes up a tone. And so we had 7 eagle yesterday and we have 8 eagle today. And so while it was that, channeling the vision energy, this feels like there's continuosity. And it's like, let's keep the vision going, right? Let us harmonize with that vision. And that vision brings us, and we bring the vision simultaneously, a type of integrity. And also that other aspect of the mind energy is the eagle is bringing integrity and harmony to our mind. This could also represent your own self-practice. For me, it brings up First Nations practices. It brings up eagle medicine, right? And for those of you that are really feeling that eagle medicine, those classic totems of that lineage, today is a day to really harmonize and integrate with that eagle medicine. Maybe after a winter of not doing ceremony, maybe go out to the forest or the mountains or a natural place like that. If you are one who carries eagle medicine in the form of fans or claws or things like that, maybe bring them out for a charging. Ask permission from nature to keep using them, right? Empower that energy, bring love and integrity and harmony further into the process of the medicines and spaces you hold and carry, right? And in this respect, the eagle also representing that higher mind, bringing integrity to more of those. See, I'm finding it difficult to really express because people's personal practices that exist in that more mental quality, maybe it's a study, maybe it's a learning, right? Maybe it's about learning about yoga or advanced meditation or breath techniques. Things like that. Maybe a raw foodist. You know what I mean? There's this kind of more advanced knowledge, which is not as common, which I'm relating here as like higher mind activity. Higher mind also represents global consciousness. And so this is another day to tap into that galactic and global consciousness. And it's easier to do that because it's the helping power. And also it's the helping power. It can be easy to indulge in this. The guiding power is the star. I like it because it's 8-8. Galactic star. Galactic is 8 and star is 8. And the star is the artist. The star is the one, the elegant beautician. And not necessarily beauty as I am becoming beautiful, dolling myself up. I know I like to use that reference. I like to become really beautiful and dress up and put on makeup and these things and play with that. And that's sometimes how I embody these energies, by really going in that space. I find, again, it's a day to really model our elegance. As we talked about in the affirmation section, I'm just kind of redistributing awareness towards that because I find it's really kind of official today. Let's really cultivate that elegance. Let's let things roll off of us, and we roll too. We flow. Also, our art. Whether it's a personal art like Tai Chi or meditation, whether it's the art, all the different arts you can do, today's a day to be guided by bringing integrity to that. Maybe it's time for that art to kind of go to the next level. Maybe it's time for it to get out there because you've been doing it long enough that you've actually brought a platform stability. It has an integrity, so it's time to allow that to go. Another aspect of the galactic star, just the star in general, has this energy for me, and I feel it's exemplified by the galactic star in kind of a celestial portion, meaning that the galaxy in this kind of celestial look, when you look up at the night sky, seems to be kind of like space. The galaxy is kind of like the combination of all the space and all the shining stars within. And this brings me to the other power of the star, is the star's beauty, the star's light, the star's shine inherently has a deep relationship with the darkness. If there was no space, if there was no infinite darkness, if there was no shadow, this beautiful and great light could not shine. And so I feel there's a personal riddle in here today, to be guided by the star exemplifies by being nested in the darkness. It gains its brightness by being surrounded by the absence of that brightness. So however that looks to you as well, shine in the darkness. The challenging power of the day, which is the galactic wizard, first thing I'm going to bring up here is timelessness. Because it's the challenging power of the day, I feel it could be easy to get lost in things. We may not have a sense of time. The whole day can go by and we're like, whoa, I was totally rocking that Eagle Higher Mind practice and kind of missed out on a lot of other things. And this is why I bring those allocations on. The helping power is so easy to go with us that sometimes we're like, wait a minute, I actually more just have to like make a seed of that today, because I can easily put all my energy in there and other things do require my attention. And so maybe that's why the ego and the seed are factoring each other, because the ego is like, okay, I just need a seeding. I just need a little bit of attention, just water the plants and go on your way. Maybe not though. Really trust your intuition and your direct connection with all things to guide you in there. But the wizard is, it is the enchanter, right? So there's an energy of like harmonic enchantment, integral timelessness, receptivity. It is I find it's nice to pair this with the galactic tone and again the resonant tone because of the receptivity energy. The timelessness and the receptivity kind of go together actually with the enchantment too. The enchantment, or like being enthralled by something, being lost in something, kind of gives way to the timelessness. And in this way, we're being receptive to something. And so this is creating an integrity in that, creating a harmony in that. The wizard is also the jaguar in the Nahuatl animal translations. So for anyone who is working with jaguar or cat medicine, this is your energy, creating more integrity with that. We have the eagle medicine. We have the jaguar medicine. And I believe, just to bring about the two other archetypes, I believe the star is the lizard. And I believe the seed is the rabbit. So we have this rabbit medicine, we have this eagle medicine, we have this lizard medicine, and we also have this jaguar or cat medicine. And in some way, just this kind of just came to me now, right? The eagle's the helping power, that which flies, and maybe your jaguar is trying to catch your inner bird, right? Maybe it's plucking birds right out of the air. So you can start kind of seeing the challenging relationship around the seeds we're planting. Maybe the aspect of us that represents the jaguar can't really coincide with the aspect of us that represents the eagle. Also saying that the jaguar is more of an earth-based consciousness, and the eagle is far more of a heaven or sky-based consciousness. There may be some contradictions today, all depending on how these energies are showing up for you. I feel as well, as far as meditation, personal growth goes, the wizard is an invitation, especially if we find ourselves in challenging points, to drop in, to become enchanted by something, to find that inner space within us and to go in it. As we talked about a bit yesterday, the challenging power of the Skywalker showed the middle ground between the human, the Skywalker, which is the journey of the human becoming the wizard. And so today has a continuosity with the 2 days before it, as the human, the more unrefined, influenced being, maybe still like really asking questions, attunes to the personal journey, explores space. And by refining, today we get that harmony, the integrity of becoming the wizard. We can activate and open that portal of becoming that wizard, that like, I don't want to say elevated human, because I don't necessarily want people to take energy from this and think that they're better, like, oh, the human energy is actually less evolved, and then that would mean the monkey energy and the dog energy before it are also less evolved. There's states of energy, right? Reference points to align us with where we need to be. Nothing is inherently better or worse. And this is where synchronicity and harmonic alignment come in. We replace better or worse, which is a conflicting kind of absolutist methodology or mental framework, with, oh, I'm naturally synchronizing in harmony with what's best for me. Right? There's still a modeling of boundaries and things in here because you know what's best for you. But we don't have to judge others. We may find ourselves in this process of judging others and ourselves. And I encourage us to take time to dissolve those mental frameworks and forgive ourselves for participating in those programmings, even though it can be very hard sometimes not to judge, because pretty much every single definition is a judgment. We trap energy with these, and we cast reality into form. And that inherently, I feel, is another secret trick of the wizard, is that we cast reality, we create reality. We are reality creation engineers. We are sorcerers, sorceresses, earth wizards, shaman, women, and we are immaculately responsible for who we are and how we're growing. And so this is a time, again, to get in touch with these flavors of our awareness and our consciousness. So let's go to the rhythmic earth, our hidden power. Rhythmic tone, right shoulder, is that organized balance and equality, just like 2 days ago. So we're having a bit of a swap back and forth. 2 days ago was all rhythmic and one galactic, and now we're all galactic and one rhythmic. And we'll begin to see this reflected through all the joints in the oracles in this particular wave spell. It's like that in every wave spell where the tones are concerned. So the earth energy indeed. Again, because today seems to have a lot of very mental descriptions. The earth can really, represent thought. And so we have the organizing and equalization of our thoughts. Also, our connection to the earth. It's very, very powerful, I find, that look at the seal in the oracle that's directly above the earth. It is the seed. It gets planted in the earth. Right? So there's a very definitive and very present connection and natural relationship there. That's just there. It wasn't fabricated. It's part of this system. It's part of the architecture. Right? And so I feel the earth shows us a natural blueprint of the things that are available for us to participate in life. And as we organize and equalize in that field, all like a trimming away, like a bonsai effect, our connection to those earth energies open up. And I find because it's in the hidden power, it's less definitive because it's hidden. It's going to be a very special way that the earth shows up, kind of unknown, very much like, even simply walking somewhere and not even really, being attentive to the fact that the earth is like supporting you, or the laws that go into forming the fundamentalities of the physical nature of the earth, things like that. It's hidden, but in plain view. Right? So kind of meditate on that in your own way. Okay, that sums up the oracle section of this episode of 1320 Time Stream. Stay tuned for our Mayan Pyramid meditation.